stories. The most memorable for me, and it's more of a personal observation, is that one year we had, although it was also, from hindsight, a hilarious moment, we had Dan Devine, the fellow who had been the head football coach at the University of Notre Dame, God bless us and save us, when they won the national championship in 1977. So it's a number of years later, and he's now out of football, none too soon, some would have said, and on the speakers tour. And so somebody lines him up to come and be the speaker at our dinner. Well, Dan had fallen from favor with the alumni at the University of Notre Dame not too long after the national championship. They are a fickle group, but if nothing else. And he also had some interesting changes in his mentality and behaviors that caused people to question whether he had all of his pencils in the drawer anymore or not. But in any event, he went on the speaking tour, and what people didn't realize, he had moved to Phoenix and had become the president of Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And so he showed a 7 or 8 minute highlight reel of wonderful plays from Notre Dame's championship season, which was very well received by the audience. And then he gave a speech about sobriety and avoiding the evils of drink, which was less well received, but I will say there was no repeat of the dinner roll activity, at least until after he left the stage. But he came down afterwards and was standing around, and I mentioned earlier Dan Broderick. His brother, Larry Broderick, was in the habit of coming into town for the festivities on St. Patrick's Day and would come to the black tie dinner. And Larry was an outspoken critic of Dan Devine. And so there we were, 2 or 3 of us, had booked tables right up in front of the stage. And so while Devine was up there taking questions, I actually had gotten up to get drinks for a number of the people at the table. And so I walked back to the table with 6 Budweisers pressed close to my chest, holding them all in long neck Budweisers, while he was explaining the evils of drink and the importance of moderation, and plopped them all down on the table right in front of him. He was looking at me and I was looking at him. I think Dan Devine, for a number of reasons, stands out in my mind as the most ironic choice for a speaker at the Friendly Sons dinner.